old. Ashton Silve is about to get a big test in adversity. And it's good to see these two hugging it out.
You know, inside, sometimes these knockouts, you're never the same. They're never the same. This is a dangerous knockdown. He fell flat, face flat.
Yeah, 20 years old, get knocked out like that.
To bounce back from this kind of knockout, it doesn't happen much.
Well, Silve has done it to 9 other men. And now, of course, it's time for him to be knocked out. Almost every fighter has to go through it. But credit to that man, Prince Body, out of Niagara Falls, Canada. We'd all written him off. I think everyone at home pretty much too. But he had his moment, his 5-second moment, and that's all it took as we go into the ring and choke.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we announce our winner, we ask you to please extend your thoughts and prayers to H2O Silve, and may God restore him. The end comes at the official time, 2 minutes, 27 seconds of round number 6. Your winner, by way of knockout here, still undefeated, Lucas.
He'll never have a better career moment than that. Lucas Prince Body has Canada celebrating as he improves to 17-0 with 15 knockouts. Ariel Helwani is with the winner.
Todd, thank you very much. Lucas, congratulations. I'm speechless. How are you processing all this? It appeared as though you were losing every single minute of that fight up until the knockout. How the hell did you just pull that off?
You know what? I want to give big thanks to my coach. He told me, listen, it's going to be tough at the beginning, but you're going to get them. And I believe every word he says. And it came.
So what was going wrong early on in the fight? Why were you having trouble with him?
You know what? He's very twitchy, very quick. I was trying to get to him, to his body early on. And I was a little hesitant for some reason. My legs weren't really under me as they usually are. So it was tough to get in quick on him. And he's very fast, and he had good counter punches. So it was tough. It was tough to touch him at the beginning.
All right, let's talk about this knockout. I mean, what a shot. Were you waiting for something? Were you looking for something? You hit him with that right and then the left for good measure on the way down. I mean, that right now, in my opinion, is the knockout of the year. That's one of the most vicious knockouts we have seen in quite some time.
Yeah, you know what? Like I said, I knew it was going to come. I knew his head's there in the center all the time. And I want to say thank you to MVP for the opportunity. Thank you to the Zone. Thank you to Ashton Silve and his team. He's a great fighter. And I think I stole the show tonight, and I'm willing to do the same on the Tyson undercard. If Kid Austin wants to do it, let's go, baby. I'll knock him out too.
Obviously, it was scary afterwards, but we did see you embrace. What did you say to him?
I said, keep your head up, kid. You're a fucking incredibly young, talented fighter, and you got a bright future. So keep doing what you're doing, man, and keep at it.
And by the way, can I ask about Niagara? What is going on in Niagara in both boxing and in MMA? We saw Jasmine Jasdavizius last week in the UFC. You do your thing tonight. How did Niagara become the hotbed of combat sports in Canada?
Niagara's always been a fighting town, always. You know, we had so many great champions, Olympians come out of Niagara Falls, a small little town, and you know, we still get the odd fighter coming up. And you see I got my support over there.
Yes, I do.
My whole family came out, my friends. Thank you, guys.
All right, so Floyd Schofield in November, that's what you want.
Let's get it on, baby. That's why I'm here. I want the big fights. Let's go.
Congratulations, Tampa. Make some noise for Canada's own, the great Lucas Prince Body. Todd, back to you.
Well, that was a knockout that Prince Nassim Hamed would certainly have been proud of.
Yeah, man. Great knockout, and he did something different. You asked me, what does he need to do? Double up the right hand or double up the hook, and that's exactly what he did.
And I also love the honesty. He said he was twitchy. He was hard to find. My coach told me it was going to come later in the fight, and it did. Right here, when you're looking at it, look, he's punching to the body, he's getting the combinations, they're getting to him. Look for a trap right here. He's leading with the jab, ate the left uppercut by action.
This fool is dominating. He's dominating, landing at will. But the problem is he got too comfortable. Right here, he's still landing good shots, dictating the pace, boxing. But right here, he had his free hand down. And I didn't like that because I felt the only opportunity Rodney had was to land that big right hand. And there he goes. He doubles it up and cleans it up with the big left hook. It's a wrap.
It shows that in Tampa, the 6th round is not the round to get comfortable. And I feel like he was winning the fight the entire time. I'm glad he's okay. I'm glad he's safe. He will fight again.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was the night of his life, and we witnessed it live here on DAZN as he pulls off an absolute stunner. Here's your CompuBox final punch statistics. Look at how one-sided these numbers are. 101 landed for Sills, 39 for Body, but the last 3 punches of the fight sealed the deal for the Canadian. Here's our fight card. I said this crowd wanted something special to happen. Well, we may have seen the knockout of the year just delivered. Coming up next, the co-main event of the evening, Serrano versus Morgan, and then it's Paul versus Perry. The best seats in the house. Don't just watch and experience it live. Get tickets to the events you love with Events Ticket Center, the official secondary ticketing reseller for most valuable promotions. They're having a blast here tonight.
By bringing the best players on the planet, it gets people more involved in the game. Ownership Irina Sabalenka coming here to Saudi to play. 2 women going head to head in this arena, making history. And then you have Novak Djokovic versus Carlos Alcaraz. Be able to have the greatest of all time, the #1 player on the planet, against the guy who's #2 in the world, who's been the youngest ever. World #1.
A lot for the game of tennis made me give my 100%.
I've been waiting for tennis to come to Saudi, and it's really exciting, especially for female. I think it is very important for us. Definitely, we'll give it all.
Have these greats in the game playing head to head is really special. You couldn't ask for much more for this competition. Is the power and the speed still there? Can he be the wrecking ball that he was once in his career?
Every fight has consequence. There is so much on the line.
It's the greatest fight card, I would say, in the history of the sport.
There's been a lot said about me meeting with Eddie for the first time. 2 top promoters in the UK have never even met. This has been a coming together. This has been a light bulb moment. 10 boxers from the top 15. That's extraordinary.
It's the craziest card ever.
It's not supposed to be this good. It was time for everybody to get together.
When you didn't think it could get better, it gets better.
December 23rd changes the landscape and the course of every history. I'm not to fight, and I'll fight to win.
I think it's my Muhammad Ali moment.
Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou, and it's Godzilla against King Kong. What happens when you hit Francis Ngannou and he doesn't move?
What they're doing here is taking boxing to the highest stratosphere.
It almost seems like we're living in a bit of a fantasy world.
Watch 150 plus fights a year here on DAZN, the global home of boxing. You'll see the best in boxing, crossover boxing, MMA, and wrestling.
Hey champ, I know why you're here. You're a born winner. Let's talk 150 live events every year. Over 150 proper stacks. All the action, the chaos, the comebacks, non-stop knockouts. Big fights every week. So get those gloves back on. Together, we're boxing royalty. The Zone, undisputed.
The Riyadh season will land in Los Angeles for one of its most anticipated events, which will feature Israel Makimov versus Terrence Crawford for the WBA Super Welterweight title on August 3rd. Then Riyadh season moves to Wembley Stadium September 21st and will feature an all-British heavyweight clash between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. Welcome back to the Amalie Arena in beautiful Tampa Bay, Florida, as we get closer to our main event, Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. So let's check in now with Wade Lemons, who is heading into El Gallo's locker room.
There is Jake Paul, the problem child with his product W. Such a marketer. Oh! His arm just came out of his body. Jake Paul's arm just got ripped out of his body. Wow, that's an angry little officer there. Jake Paul is holding his own arm. Can we get a doctor, please? Oh, that had to hurt. Stop filming. Wow, that cop is very... Is that a ticket? What is it? There's a fire there. Doctor, please help us.
Okay, how do we feel about what we just watched right there?
Whatever it takes for him to get in that mode, the zone, to downplay the moment, to go out there and perform, do what you do.
There you go. Gabe is here. Gabe is back up here with us. Rosado and Tyron Woodley. How will we feel about that last fight that we just saw?
You know, we both said this in the private meeting that if he switches stances too often, his defense is going to break down on one side. He had the left hand so tight and hot to the head. He was also landing a lot of great combinations and counters. He said it.
I felt he was dominant in the fight, and I liked that he was walking him down and he was being defensively responsible, having both hands up. When he got comfortable, put that lead hand down, I saw the opportunity for Body to get that knockout, and he did it.
He took it.
Yep,
Back-to-back punches. And we're glad that Ashton's good and safe right now. Guys, we already know, and everyone at home knows, Amanda Serrano will face Katie Taylor later this year, coming up to rematch that epic fight that they had in 2022. But she's got to get past Stevie Morgan first. That is happening next up. How do we feel about that? What's it looking like for her going into this fight?
I mean, I'm going to let him comment on the low-hanging fruit, because I know he took offense to that.
On Amanda?
Yeah, she called Amanda the low-hanging fruit. When I say she, I mean Stevie did. I feel like Amanda's fight, and she's in her prime. She said, I do not want to take any more time off. November will be a year. I like to stay active. I want to get punched in the face. And this is a great example and a great test for me. So my opponents that are in every weight class don't have any excuse.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure. You know, Amanda to me is the greatest woman fighter right now of all time, honestly. Her skills, her discipline, her determination, she's on top because of her discipline, and I love it.
Okay, so Stevie, you know it's from Tampa. We're in her home base. How do you think that's going to help her tonight in that ring?
Some fighters it helps, some fighters it hurts. I don't like to fight at home. When you fight at home, you got your long lost cousins FaceTiming you as you're doing your walkout. Everybody wants tickets.
Family,
yeah. You got to put on for it's the pressure to put on for your city. So it just depends on it. I feel like Stevie, just from the interviews, and she kind of froze up a bit. But I think she was saying what we wanted her to say, right? I didn't really believe it. So we'll see. She get opportunity in the state.
I think it's going to be a good match. But like you said, we'll talk about that low-hanging fruit. We'll see what happens.
It's levels. It's levels to this. Man of the legend. It's levels.
All right, guys, let's send it now backstage to Wade Lemons, who is standing by with Stevie Morgan.
Thank you, Sib. I am in the locker room right now of Stevie Morgan, just about to make her walk to the ring for our co-main event. Stevie, how you feeling right now?
I feel good. I'm ready to go.
I know this week's been filled with a lot of trash talk from all fighters, and obviously this fight means so much to you, this platform, the Zone, MVP, Amanda Serrano. How do you keep yourself locked into the fight and not focus on anything outside of it?
I mean, it's the biggest opportunity of my life. I got to make the most of it.
When you get in that ring,
and all that stuff goes away and everything goes quiet and you're in that fight, what's your last message to Amanda Serrano?
Let's move the needle for women's boxing.
There it is, folks. Stevie Morgan looking to make history and taking on the real deal Amanda Serrano. Ariel, what's going on, my man?
Wade, thank you very much. Here with the legend, Amanda Serrano, and you're about to walk out for the 50th time as a pro. And I thought maybe after what happened in March, you'd be a little bit nervous, trepidatious. You're dancing out here, you're smiling, no nerves whatsoever.
Oh, there's always nerves, but you know what? I worked hard for all the weeks I've been training for, and now it's just to go out there and have fun, entertain the fans, and put on a great show.
I'm wondering if you think maybe the lack of experience on Stevie's side will be a factor going into this fight. It seemed yesterday she was a little nervous, even in that interview, a bit nervous as well. Are you going to try to exploit that?
Of course, I've been here. I'm super blessed to be fighting on the J Code once again. I love it, and because of that, I'm used to this. So it's going to be a little different for her going out there.
She said on Thursday, I didn't want anyone to see me. I want no footage out there, all part of my plan. So what are you preparing for here? What are you expecting to see out of her?
Well, hey, with the name Sledgehammer, she's going to come to fight, and I hope that's what she comes, because if it's like that, it's going to be an early night.
Final thing, prediction?
Oh, win, guaranteed.
Stoppage?
We'll see.
I heard a yes. I heard a yes out there. Thank you so much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Ariel.
Sibley, back to you.
Oh, I love that right there. I love how Amanda just got her teeth out. She's smiling. She's ready to go. Like you said, she wants to get in. She wants to get it back. It's going to be a good fight. And by the way, can we talk about the atmosphere in the arena right now? Everybody is on their feet. Do you feel it?
I feel the atmosphere, the energy. Like I said, from the first prelim card, it was a packed house. The energy's here. I think every fight on the card is really driving off of that.
And me and Tyron were super fan right now, ringside. Hulk Hogan is ringside. We had it in our face. I don't do that, but we had to do it.
Did you guys get a picture with them? Yes. Okay, they got the picture and left me out. Thanks a lot. Anyway, it's good in here. Everyone is on their feet. But without further ado, it is time right now for our co-main event of the evening.
Stevie Morgan, I think she's a great opponent to test my skills and my strength at 140. She's a tall girl, and she has power. She's 14-1 with 13 knockouts, so she's going to bring it to me.
Knockouts come not just because you hit hard, they come because you're smart in there, you have a good jab, you can set it up and follow a game plan, and that's what I plan on doing.
I know she's going to come 100%. She wants to make a name for herself in her hometown.
They're going to see a dogfight. You know how she's coming, she's coming, she wants to make a statement, moving up the weight. I know how I'm coming. It's going to be a great fight.
They could be a brawler in any other fight, but when they come fight me, they become boxers. So it's really hard. So I train for everything, and I really don't worry about my opponents. I worry about what I have to do that night. I'm giving my all. I don't know anything other than to give fans their money's worth.
She's coming for the knockout. I'm coming for the knockout. It's not going to go the distance.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Amanda Serrano saying this week, I'm not a big talker. I'm going to let my fists do all the talking that needs to be done inside the ropes. Stevie Morgan, on the other hand, called Serrano low-hanging fruit. She's the one champ I know I can beat. My time is now. Amanda Serrano's time has been for about the past 15 years. She is 46-2-1. Was involved in one of the greatest fights of all time against Katie Taylor. That rematch is on the horizon later this year, but first things first, she has to get past the woman nicknamed the Sledgehammer, 14-1 with 13 knockouts, Tampa's own Stevie Morgan. Here is our tale of the tape for this, the co-main event of the evening. This crowd still buzzing, 17,000 strong after a knockout of the year contender just went down. Serrano and Morgan both in their mid-30s. Morgan slightly taller, but it will be Amanda Serrano with a 1-inch reach advantage. This is scheduled for 10 rounds in the super lightweight division. Here's Joe Martinez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go live on the Zone pay-per-view from Amalie Arena here in Tampa, Florida. This is MVP's co-main event. 10 rounds in the super lightweight division. It is brought to you by Jake Paul and Nikisa Badarian. Presented by DraftKings. The crown is yours. Fansly, the best 18 and over content creator site. Head over to fansly.com/Paul Perry for exclusive content from the event. Event Ticket Center. Don't just watch it. Experience it live. Get tickets to the events you love with Event Ticket Center. And Celsius. Live Fit. Essential Energy. First to make her way to the ring, here is the super lightweight from Tampa, Florida, Stevie Morgan!
Stevie Morgan has fought 15 times as a pro, but there's hardly any video of her out there. How good is she really? We're about to find out. One thing we know for sure, she's never been under lights as bright as these. A packed house in her hometown, taking on a living legend in Amanda Serrano, one of the best to ever do it. But you wouldn't know it by what Stevie's been saying all week. Uber confident. She feels her time is now. She said, when they asked me, did I want to fight Amanda, my response was, does a dog bark? She's coming in on a 6-fight, first-round knockout streak. No one's made it out of round 1 against this woman. So she comes in with plenty of momentum. But can she handle the featherweight champion of the world? We're about to find out. We've already seen one massive upset. Will we see him in back-to-back fights?
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to make her way to the ring, one of the most decorated boxers in the history of the sport, from Carolina, Puerto Rico, here is Amanda Serrano!
She is the only boxer, male or female, to capture a widely recognized belt in 7 different weight classes. She's done it at 115 pounds, and she's done it all the way up to 140 pounds. One of the best to ever do it, making her 50th walk to the ring in her career. She has 46 wins, 30 by way of knockout. And again, she has that mega rematch lined up for later this year on the Jake Paul Mike Tyson undercard against Katie Taylor, but she has to get past the sledgehammer here tonight.
And she's walking out with a Tampa legend, Titus O'Neil. And if you're a fan of Amanda Serrano's, you have to be happy just seeing her walk out, because we all remember what happened back in March when she couldn't walk out. An unprecedented, bizarre scene. Here she is, smiling, happy, looking to get her career back on track.
To go with our co-main event this evening, 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super lightweight division. The 3 judges scoring at ringside: Efren LeBron, James O'Connor, and Teeter Wilgo. Inside the ring, referee in charge, Alicia Collins. Introducing you first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with red and blue. She weighed in 136 and 1/2 pounds. In 15 professional fights, she brings an outstanding record, standing at 14 victories. Just 1 defeat, 13 wins, coming by way of knockout. Here's the super lightweight from Tampa, Florida, USA, the Sledgehammer, Stevie Morgan. And across the ring stands her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing purple and gold. She weighed in 136 pounds even. This veteran holds a record of 46 victories, just 2 defeats, 1 draw, 30 wins coming by way of knockout. She is a 7-division world champion desde Carolina, Puerto Rico. The unified lightweight champion of the world. She is the real deal. Amanda Serrano.
Let's go. All right, ladies, you have received your instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Amanda, you're good right here. Stevie, you're good right here. Go ahead and touch them up. Guys, touch them up. Thank you.
Boy, this crowd has come to life. It's Tampa versus Puerto Rico game.
Yeah, man. This is big.
I'm really curious to see how Stevie looks early on. I think she looked nervous yesterday. I think she looked nervous backstage with Wade. Let's see if the nerves get to her. Like Lucas admitted, the nerves got to him a little bit early in his fight.
Round one, Stevie Morgan in the white and red, Amanda Serrano in the purple and white.
Stevie already looks kind of tight. Not loose, throwing a stiff jab.
That first punch, usually that'll loosen you up a little bit. And she's already eaten a couple of Serrano with a quick hand.
Amanda not playing. She's not playing.
This is going to be a master class, and it may not end in the not too distant future.
Amanda said she hasn't seen any tape on Stevie Morgan. I'm just going to go out there and do my thing. And that's exactly what she's doing so far.
Well, Stevie Morgan has saw tape on Amanda, and this is not the way to fight her. Not standing right in front of her and exchange back and forth.
And she's standing straight, tall, chin in the air, getting hit with everything.
This is where Amanda eats up. Her opponent's walking her down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nice left hand for Serrano.
Amanda was following the logical, but she leaned in this.
And remember, 2-minute rounds here, not the 3 that Amanda likes to fight, but she may not need those extra minutes. Oh my dear.
Big shot.
Stevie's already rocked. She's rocked. Amanda got her.
Nice left uppercut from Serrano. Are we about to see another highlight reel KO? Amanda looking as slick and as smooth as you like.
I like the variety. She's punching high, she's punching low.
Morgan's punches look like they're going through some quicksand.
Stevie said out of all the women fighters on the top, Amanda's the weakest link. What does she think now?
Well, she makes it out of the round, but not by much. She's got welts all over her head.
Everybody trying to save her during the fighting with me. I said, you mean for your style, specifically low-hanging fruit. She stood 10 toes on it. She said, no, the low-hanging fruit out of all the top female boxers.
Sure. And Todd, you remember back in Dallas when Amanda Serrano fought Heather Hardy, it looked as though she was carrying her. People were upset she didn't put her away. She's got to put Stevie Morgan away to send a message to Katie Taylor. She's not messing around at this weight. Remember, this isn't her natural weight. This is 140 pounds.
She said a win guaranteed. Her corner said knockout. You heard it. They're right next to you.
It was Jordan.
I feel like she didn't want to say it, but I feel like she's contemplating knockout.
She could win this fight in this round.
I agree.
Jordan's fired up. Jordan's fired up, as he should be. That was a tremendous first round.
She's boxing with some straight Jordan ones. I gotta take the hat off.
Serrano has not gotten a knockout since Daniela Bermudez. 9 fights ago. Here she comes.
Well, Amanda's holding her power well at the 140-pound division.
Very well.
Can she get her first KO in 3 years? She will if Stevie Morgan doesn't change her game plan. She's eating almost every punch Serrano throws.
Oh, Serrano was biting down. She's
Amanda Serrano back on top as this crowd goes bananas.
As you said, Ariel, she couldn't get it done in this round, and she did.
Easy work for Amanda Serrano. This is what her fans wanted to see out of her. Aggression, a stoppage. She got it done.
My phone was blowing up for tickets to watch Amanda Serrano.
Superstar.
For sure.
Bring on Katie Taylor in November.
Amanda sent the message.
Her 31st knockout in her 50th pro fight. The 7-division world champion shrugs her shoulders as if to say it was just too easy.
She said, I have everything. I got my strength and conditioning coach. I now have a nutritionist. I got money to bring smart clients to me. And my sister's giving me the smoke. But she knows me. She knows what I need.
Ariel, talk about the build-up now for Katie Taylor later this year.
Because remember, the last time we saw Amanda was in October. Then we see her in the ring crying in March in Puerto Rico. You see the flag right there. The fans are so happy. The momentum wasn't there. The momentum is all the way back. We're all the way back. I can't wait for that fight.
What do you think Katie's thinking right now watching this on TV?
Oh, man. Look,
wait, let's not get crazy. Katie Taylor's not Stevie Morgan.
I feel that Amanda won that first fight. I feel that Amanda won that first fight. She had Katie hurt. Right now, Katie's like, whoa. She possesses that power at 140. She looks good. She's fast. She's sharp.
Right now, Katie is watching the television, and she knows that Amanda's about to call her directly out. There's no excuses.
Sure.
Let's get it on.
There's also a very good chance that Katie's fast asleep because it's midnight on the East Coast.
No, Katie's watching this. Katie's up. She's up. Shout out to Katie.
She's a legend.
Obviously, the level of competition wasn't what perhaps we hoped it would be, but like you said, Ariel, you expected a master class. That was a master class.
Look, yesterday at the weigh-ins, when I saw Stevie barely being able to speak, it told me that the moment was too big for her. You know, it's nice to win on the local scene, but this is Amanda Serrano. And, you know, there's levels, like I said earlier. What did I say when we saw her walk in? There's levels, master class, second round.
And she's doing everything that we want to see from everyone. Look at her. Her eyes like a hawk. She's looking at her shot. She's throwing with great technique. And right when you watch her start biting down, right now she knows it's almost over with. She's put the nail in the coffin.
I love the aggression. That's something that's been missing the last few fights. So great to see.
Control chaos for sure.
And Gabe, you were talking earlier during the undercard that, hey, man, some of these guys in there that are so much better than their opponents, why don't they just go and get them out of there?
Exactly. And she's a veteran, and she's acting like a young, hungry prospect. She ain't playing with her food. She went to eat.
Yeah, she knows 2 minutes, too. She don't have the extra minute to sit in there and wait on it. She went in there, got the job done, saw that her opponent was ready to get out, pull the plug.
So the first time since March of 2021, Amanda Serrano gives us a knockout, and it was never in doubt from the opening bell. Speaking of fantastic female fighters, it's the return of Clarissa Shields. The quote is moving up 2 weight classes to challenge Vanessa Jones for the WBC heavyweight title at Little Caesars Arena in her hometown of Detroit, Michigan, live on the Zone. That's July 27th, next Saturday night. Let's send it in at Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, comes officially 38 seconds. Round number 2. Referee Alicia Collins with the Hogs at the bat for your winner by TKO, La Boricua de Carolina, Puerto Rico, the real deal, Amanda Serrano.
Well, she made Puerto Rico proud tonight, didn't she, Gabe?
Yes, man. Very proud of her, man. She's added to her legacy. You know, at this level of her career, for her to have that intensity, that hunger, that drive, is inspirational.
It's not just inspirational for female fighters, boxers, in general, for the sport itself. Sometimes you start touching that brain, you get comfortable. Like you said before, she's like that young, hungry fighter that's still smelling blood and trying to get the job done super quick.
Let's go into the ring and Ariel Helwani.
Todd, thank you very much. Amanda, wow. Considering what happened in March and considering this is your first stoppage in over 3 years, 9 fights, how good does this feel?
It feels great. It feels amazing to be back here in Tampa. My 50th fight, my 31st knockout. I am blessed to be here. Super blessed to have an amazing team. My coach, Jordan, my brother-in-law, Jordan Maldonado, my sister, Cindy, the whole team, MVP, Nakisa J. Paul. I love you guys. Thank you so much for this great opportunity, and it feels pretty amazing.
We saw the aggression, and some people were calling for that aggression in some of your previous fights. Was this a point that you were trying to prove, that you could stop people, that you could get rid of the opponents that you're faced in there?
Listen, I think these girls are mistaking my for weakness. That's not true. You know, I'm a professional. I respect the women I go up against. This business. I think we all need to work together. But if you're not on my level, that's what happens.
And I asked you in the locker room.
And I'm just excited to be there with you again. And this time it's going to be a lot different.
Well, we can't wait for that. For now, congratulations on an unbelievable win. Welcome back, Tampa. Show some love to the real deal, Amanda Serrano.
Well, Gabe, that could not have gone any better for Amanda Serrano.
Man, it was a perfect performance. The crowd's loving it. She's the biggest in the game right now.
Definitely the biggest in the game. And when somebody's that humble, but they still let you know, I'm still coming after you.
Exactly, man.
I'm still trying to knock their head out, but she's super humble. She understands that her voice is so strong. So she's very tentative to say anything negative about any woman in women's boxing. So hats off to Amanda.
Well, her voice is strong, Tyron, and tonight so too were her punches, as Morgan was just basically frozen in her tracks from the get-go.
Yeah, she just overwhelmed her with a volume of punches coming from different angles, body shots, head shots, left hooks. Man, Stevie just was out of her element. There's levels to this.
And it was a merciful stoppage by the referee because it was getting really, really nasty as Serrano was just landing punches at will. And I just love the aggression, not wasting any time. You don't get paid for the number of punches landed, do you, Gabe?
Yep. And it was a great stoppage by the referee, and Stevie didn't complain.
Don't. So Amanda, the real deal Serrano, in her 50th fight, knockout number 31, and now all eyes on a rematch on probably the greatest female fight we've ever seen. Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, when they fought in Madison Square Garden, it was absolute electricity. Imagine what they'll do in a football stadium in Texas. That's on the cards later this year. Here's our total punches. 58 landed for Serrano. That's more than Stevie Morgan even threw, and she landed at a 46% clip. Boy, oh boy. With one left, and it's the big one. The king of violence, Mike Perry, promising to end the phenomenon that is the problem child, Jake Paul, and it is next.
Live on the zone, August 3rd, Crawford versus Madrilov. How do we know you're the best? Is it the 40-fight undefeated streak, dominating 3 divisions? Or is it that you're always looking for more? Facing the undefeated champion on the #1 boxing platform in the world, Crawford versus Madrilov. August 3rd, live on the zone.
My first fight, it was an MMA fight at a Hooters in Lansing, Michigan. They had a circus tent in the back, and there was about 500 to 1,000 people there. It was my first fight. I dropped that guy. I remember just trying to find out about how to cut weight and things like that. I put bags on, I put trash bags on, and went running, and I had no clue about diet or dehydration. I just figured it out over the years and did my research, and I failed a lot.
A pro career was on the cards, and after just 7 fights, Perry made his debut in the UFC. His first fight was against Lim Hung Yu, where he won in round 1.
I think Mike Perry coming into the UFC was always a little limited because his weapon selection, what he likes to use to beat people, is his boxing, his hand. But he was always seeming to go up against other MMA guys who were maybe more complete than he was. And, in Mike's 15 fights in the UFC, he got some knockouts early on. He is very difficult to put away. And he wants to kind of make the fight as gritty and as dirty as possible.
He was just a guy who always delivered for the UFC.
In no time, I knocked out, 7 more people and was 9-0 in the UFC. 3 times in 4 months, I fought in the UFC in my first year there.
But after going 9-0 in the cage, the losses started coming.
Against high-level guys where there's a lot more strategy and the wider range of MMA is on the table, Mike wasn't always able to beat those guys.
He's knocked people out, and he's been knocked out. There was one time where his nose got completely shifted to the side, like it was just absolutely shifted.
Despite a downturn in form, Mike's personality and fighting style made him a name.
Mike Perry, he was in the UFC. He's not now, but he's still in his prime. And he's also taken on a guy who's at the peak of his confidence. Mike has already had a dip. He's now up the top. He's never been more confident as a fighter right now.
Well, I mean, I am quite the brawler. I just accept fighting for what it is, and what it is to me. I'm not the tallest. I'm not the longest. I got to get in there. Sometimes I got to get hit if I want to hit you. Some guys are really slick. Some people are really talented at a lot of different things. Might not even be fighting, but like one of my best attributes is my ability to take a hit and keep coming.
His fighting style is really influenced by the fact that he started off as a boxer. That was his first martial art. And as a result of that, he does have a very punch-heavy style when you're looking at mixed martial arts, which is why he transitioned so well to stuff like bare-knuckle boxing.
Entonces de repente the big fights keep on coming with a stacked Riyadh season card, and August 3rd in Los Angeles sees Terrence Crawford coming out. It's a big one. I heard M's gonna be there, and he's taking on Israel Madrimov for the WBA and WBO Interim World Super Welterweight titles, available worldwide on DAZN.
August 3rd, Crawford versus Madrilov. How do we know you're the best? Is it the 40-fight undefeated streak, dominating 3 divisions? Or is it that you're always looking for more? Facing the undefeated champion on the #1 boxing platform in the world, Crawford versus Madrilov. August 3rd, buy now at DAZN.com.
We are back in the Sunshine State, beautiful Tampa Bay, Florida, for the return of El Gallo Jake Paul as he gets set for his most dangerous test to date, as he faces the unpredictable, unapologetic, and undefeated bare-knuckle boxer and former UFC vet. I'm talking about Mike Perry in what promises to be an absolute banger.
People think I'm crazy for pivoting to this. Why Mike Perry? Why now? Why take the risk? You could lose the biggest payday and biggest fight of your career with Mike Tyson. If you lose to Mike Perry, a violent killer, bare knuckle, undefeated legend over there. But no MMA fighter has ever.
I don't like it. Why do I gotta do all this? And some people are just handed everything for no reason. I knock him out, put him down on a knee, get the ref to step in, and be all over.
First round destruction.
I'm coming for war. I'm gonna knock this guy out.
We're back here at Amalie Arena, but we're going right to the locker room right now where Ariel is with El Gallo Jake Paul.
Simply, thank you very much. Right here with Jake. Camera is back there. What? The camera is over there. Sorry. How are you?
Good.
You seem ready? Game face on?
Yeah, I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. Just ask my brother.
Oh, hey, Logan. How are you?
What's up?
Good to see you here. You made it?
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling about your brother's chances?
Yeah, he's ready. I'm ready.
A lot of people are saying this is the craziest idea that you guys have come up with. Why would you take a fight against a guy like Mike Perry when you have a Tyson fight in November?
I like crazy ideas.
What's the key? I saw you guys clinching over there with your coach. Is that going to be a key here? Use your size, clinch, frustrate him?
Nah, everything's going to pick him apart. I'm too powerful right now. Too crazy, too good of a boxer, and he makes too many mistakes. So you're going to see me pick him apart.
You started the week, third round knockout, then we went to second round, and then yesterday we went to first.
Yeah,
so what is it?
It's first.
Feel that confident?
Yes, 100%. Don't blink at home. Don't blink.
All right, well, Amanda Serrano set the table with that. Did you see that?
Yeah, she's great. Shout out to her. First knockout in 3 years, Amanda Serrano, the GOAT.
And you're up next.
Let's go, baby.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Ariel. Okay, listen, we've got more questions for you guys. You've already been in the ring with Jake Paul twice, right here in this arena once. What does Mike Perry need to do to take out Jake Paul?
He first needs to apply some claustrophobic pressure. He needs to be all over him like right on right. Because Jake Paul is going to fight him from distance. He's going to use the jab, he's going to use his feet, he's going to use lateral motion. Mike Perry does best when he's at close range. Uppercuts and hooks and nasty boxing. He needs to find a way to slip. The jab, slip the right hand, get inside, and do his work there.
Let's see if he's taking the cues and he knows what to do in that ring tonight. We're going to be watching, of course. Okay, Dave, talk about the weight difference that we got between Mike and Jake right now, and how's that going to affect the fight?
I think the weight matters as far as the punching power from Jake. Jake's definitely the bigger puncher. He probably weighs 220 tonight, so he's definitely the bigger puncher. I don't think it's going to matter as far as them grappling and things like that, because I think Jake is going to want distance and box. Perry wants to make it a 30 fight. Jake don't want that.
No, he's going to get the distance. I like both of these, but right now we got to take it over to my man, Wade. He is with Mike Perry right now backstage.
Thank you, Sibley. I am with the king of violence, the best of the bare knuckle. Mike Perry is getting ready for his main event. And Mike, the fans are ready. We're here. You're locked in. I want what you feel right now in Tampa, Florida.
I'm pissed off. I'm ready to go. And Wade, I'm fucking them up. Wade, let's go. I'm ready to beat your ass, Jake.
Let's go, baby.
Folks, I think we keep it short and sweet. This man, Platinum Mike Perry, is locked in on this main event, and you better be too. Do not miss the platinum one.
Thanks so much, Wade. Okay, so you've seen both the guys backstage now. They both are hyped. What are your thoughts after seeing them?
You know what? They both are doing the same thing they always do. They're always ready. They love the antics. They kind of running the same when you really think about it. But I feel like if I was looking at a Perry and I was looking at a Jake, these are the moments where they fight the best. And that's what we want to see the fight. We want to see fighters fight at their best, and they both are in prime fighters fighting on tonight, so we're for a treat.
We love it. You like the energy you see so far, Dave?
I love the energy. And one thing is, confidence is everything. Confidence is a weapon going into the ring. Both of these guys' confidence is sky high, which is going to make it such a great fight.
Woo, I got the chills. The guys are back there. They're ready. The crowd is hyped here at Amalie Arena. Thank you, everyone, so far. It is time for us to bring the main event of the evening. We're ready. I'm ready. And so are you. Jake Paul versus Mike Perry.
Mike Perry is very violent. He's like a street fighter, brawler, crazy wild punches.
I'm excited to, finally get my chance to put the gloves back on. I've been working towards this for a long time. It's another part of my routine.
Fighting with no gloves is a different sport, right? If we're going into a street fight, sure, I'm just going to start screaming wildly, be crazy, fly across the ring. But in boxing, it's about patience.
I've been doing it in a way that a lot of people are afraid to. That's the one thing about being a bare knuckle fighter is a lot of these guys, they try to dismiss it or discredit it, but it's proven toughness. It shows, and why I'm getting this opportunity because I have proved how much of a badass I am.
Mike Perry compared to Nate, Mike Perry has much more dangerous hands and knockout power, but they're both zombies. So I really just got to hit him with the right shot, put him down, call it freestyle, headshot.
Let's revisit the weigh-in from yesterday. They kept their hands off each other all fight week, but finally it got a little chippy. Ariel, you were on the stage. What were you sensing in that moment?
Sensing that Jake Paul was trying to mentally break Mike Perry one last time, one last effort, and then he realized around now, yeah, Mike Perry's different. He's just a different kind of cat, and he's not falling for any of this. I think Jake's in for a fight tonight.
You just spoke to Jake Paul backstage. As always, he seems so relaxed. And remember, this guy's only had 10 pro fights. He's got 17,000 people here to cheer him on, and he looks like he's going to walk to Walmart to buy some of his new body spray.
That's the thing that continues to blow me away about him. And let's give a shout out to Mike Perry as well, who looks fantastic and also seems very loose. But this guy, Jake Paul, has grown up in front of the camera, so none of this should faze him, and it never really seems to faze him at all.
Tyron, what do you make of the demeanor right now of Platinum Mike Perry?
I mean, he looks like he's ready to kill. He looks like he's ready to put some hot pepper and throw it into his food. He didn't know it. This is the Mike Perry that we see do the best. When he's a little too relaxed and he's too humble, we don't see the Mike Perry that we like. The violent Mike Perry is the one that you're watching right now.
Can't wait.
Here we go. It's Paul versus Perry live from Tampa, Florida at the Amalie Arena, the home of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Jake Paul 9-1, 6 knockouts. Platinum Perry, the bare knuckle king, 6-1 at stand-up fighting for him. He's 32 years old. Jake Paul will be taller, heavier, and longer. Cruiserweight division, 8 rounds. Here we go. It's Joe Martinez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set. The wait is finally over. From the home of the 3-time Stanley Cup World Champion Tampa Bay Lightning, this is the main event. And first to make his way to the ring, he is a bare knuckle superstar from Orlando, Florida, Platinum Mike Perry.
Here comes the king of violence, Mike Perry, who says, I'm going to hit him with platinum power. I'm in the pain business. I can handle the violence. Can he handle the violence? I will put it on him from the opening bell. I'm going to hit him like he's never been hit before.
It's electric in here, man. I've been in world title fights. This is even bigger. It's just the crowd is going crazy.
Mike Perry said, I'm here to get pain. When I get pain, I embrace pain, and he's going to feel platinum power tonight.
Ariel, 57% of our DAZN fans for the zone think that the problem child gets the job done. What do you think?
I think it's a 50-50 fight. Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. Who saw that coming? Shout out to Mike Perry's wife, Latori, who I think ever since he met her, his whole life has changed. Like I said, she's in his corner tonight. She's right off to the side over there. He has changed as a person. He has changed as a fighter. He has changed as a husband and as a father. No one ever saw this coming. This new act from Mike Perry when he left the UFC. He found a lane in bare knuckle fighting. No one saw that coming. Undefeated over there, 5-0. No one wants to fight him, and so now he has to walk over to Queensberry rules and be maybe the first MMA fighter to unseat Jake Paul. What a moment for this man we have seen evolve in front of our eyes.
Remember, tonight was the date Jake Paul was supposed to fight Mike Tyson. That's been pushed back to the end of the year, but a lot of people, Gabe, think that Mike Perry will put up a better fight than Mike Tyson.
Man, who knows? You know what? Mike Perry, his strength could be his weakness as well, because his aggression could work for him, but it could get him in trouble and land something, and Jake to land something big. So let's see what happens. But it's electric in here, man.
And if you've never seen a Mike Perry fight, just buckle up. He is different. He comes alive when he gets hit, when he starts bleeding, when he gets cut. One of the most unique human beings that I've ever come across in the fight game.
And he's real. I love his authenticity. He's real. What he's saying, he means it. When he gets out there, you can tell. You can always see when somebody's putting on the show. He's doing this in real life, real time, living color.
That's what they used to say about the late, great Arturo Gatti. He didn't start fighting until he started getting punched in the face.
Yep, and that's Mike Perry. When you hurt him, he's going to come at you stronger. He doesn't care. This man is willing to die in the ring.
He's got the gladiator gimmick going, ready to walk into the Coliseum and face the lion that is Mike Perry. Are you entertained? This crowd has been, the last two fights have been sensational. 17,000 strong. It's a sellout here in Tampa. And Jake Paul did it in 4 weeks, which is unheard of in almost any situation. That shows you the drawing power of Perry and Paul.
Boxing here from Cleveland, Ohio, Jake Paul.
Mentally, I've been saying the mantras to myself that I normally say, Jake Paul will knock out Mike Perry.
Not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is that why you're here?
They've been trying to assassinate me. They don't want me in this sport.
Right here, right now.
Jake Jones and Paul will knock out the beat, and it's Mike Perry. You're going down, brother. I'm Tampa, let's go!
Here comes the problem child, making yet another memorable entrance. But can Mike Perry make it a memorable exit? He promises to go right after Paul from the get-go, and Jake has responded by saying if he does that, I'll end it in round number 1.
It's going to be tough to end Mike Perry in round number 1. But if he stands in the middle, one thing I can always tell you, Perry loves when he draw that line in the middle of the canvas. If Jake Paul does that with him, he puts Perry into the fight. He also has a knockout power where he can do the same thing, but he tends to close his eyes a bit, Jake, when he's in the pocket. Mike Perry is going to meet him in the middle of the canvas, and I do not see a first-round knockout, but I do not see this fight going the distance.
I agree. It's not going the distance, but I don't see a first-round knockout at all.
No one asked me, but I think it does.
You think it's good? You think it goes?
I think it does. I don't think that Mike Perry's getting knocked out, and I don't think Jake Paul's getting knocked out. But I think it's going to be a great fight, and I think they're going to go toe-to-toe.
Let's bet 10 push-ups. I think somebody's getting knocked out.
Make it 20.
Right here on the ground in suits.
Well, every opponent that Jake Paul has faced has gone down. Can he do it to the king of violence in Tampa, Florida? We are about to find out. This crowd is raucous.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. From the sold out Amalie Arena here in Tampa, Florida, USA, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The main event of the evening. 8 rounds of boxing this scheduled in the cruiserweight division. It is brought to you by Jake Paul and Nikisa Badarian, presented by DraftKings. The crown is yours. Fansly, the best 18 and over content created site. Head to fansly.com/Paul Perry for exclusive content. Event Ticket Center. Don't just watch it, experience it. Get tickets to the events you love at Event Ticket Center. And Celsius. Live Fit. Essential Energy. Sanctioned by the Florida Athletic Commission, the Executive Director, Timothy Shipman. The 3 judges scoring this bout at ringside. Tina Griffith, Efren LeBron, and James O'Connor. And inside the ring, your referee in charge of the action, Christopher Yard. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands of sold-out fans here in attendance at Amalie Arena, the millions of fans watching live around the world on DAZN. The judges are ready. The fighters are ready. The world is ready. Tampa, make some noise if you! Fighting into the red corner, wearing purple with silver. He weighed officially 196 1/2 pounds. Tonight, he makes his boxing debut, bringing a bare knuckle record of 6 wins, 1 defeat, and 3 wins coming by way of knockout. He is a bare knuckle superstar from Orlando, Florida, the king of violence, Platinum Mike Perry. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black and white. He weighed in officially 200 pounds even. In 10 professional fights, his record stands at 9 victories, 1 defeat, 6 wins, coming by way of knockout. Desde Dorado, Puerto Rico, by way of Cleveland, Ohio. Here is the one, the only, El Gallo, Jake Paul.
Okay, Jimmy, everything over here legal, or everything's legal as well. So you know what time it is. You fight hard, fight clean, touch them up.
Judgment Day.
You heard Jake Paul say it's Judgment Day. Mike Perry told us earlier this week, I'm not here to box Jake Paul. I'm here to smash his face in. That's why he's the king of violence. As for Jake Paul, he says, I'll pick up the biggest win of my career with another highlight knockout, and I'll make it look easy. Scheduled for 8 rounds, live from Tampa, Florida. Paul versus Perry. Here we go.
Jake's starting to fight on his toes, creating distance.
We said that earlier on. We said he's going to be lateral, sticking the jab.
Mike better protect himself.
Oh, great body shot right there by Jake.
Jake told us no one goes to Mike Perry's body. I will.
He's going to the body so he can set up the overhand right. Take 1 or 2 shots to the body, and if you see his hands drop, especially with Mike Perry's left hand, Jake's going to look to throw the overhand right.
Very noticeable size.
Told you. Man, jab high, jab low, overhand right.
Paul promised the first round KO, and that's a promising start. Perry looks shell-shocked.
Man, that body shot shook him up, and that headshot, oh, nice left hook right there by Jake.
Perry's got to let his hands go. It may be over before he lands a punch.
Perry can get away with his hands being down in bare knuckle boxing. In boxing, he cannot.
And one thing Perry's doing wrong is he's standing straight up, so he's open for that left hook or that right hand. His chin is exposed.
He invites people to throw punches so he can brawl back and forth. Jake is not the guy you want to invite to throw a punch at your head.
Ariel, what's his body language telling you?
It's not great right now. I mean, look at the size difference. That's a guy, Jake Paul, who walks around at around 220, 230. Mike Perry barely made 200. So you see it right there. And Jake's confidence is just growing. Jake doesn't need to out-muscle Mike. He doesn't need to clinch with him. He just has to out-box him because Mike isn't protecting himself. And like you guys said, he's leaving himself open for shots.
Yeah, man, I don't understand why Mike has his hands so low.
Because that's the way he fights in bare knuckle and MMA. But as you know, that doesn't work in the sweet science.
And Jake is not the beacon of cardio, but he's kind of breathing a little heavy right now. I think he's not used to hitting somebody that hard and still being around.
And that's where Perry can do his best damage if he can get Paul still in the corner.
That was a good overhand right by Perry that landed on the temple of Jake.
Like I said earlier, Mike Perry does come alive when the going gets tough. We'll see if he answers. Not looking great so far.
Good right hand, and he stumbled Perry again.
Yeah, Perry doesn't have an answer for that hook and that overhand right.
He's very flat-footed, moving forward, upright. He's leaving himself exposed.
And Ariel, he's following him as well. He's not cutting the ring off. He's following Jake.
Like a zombie, not moving his head.
He needs to take a big 45-degree step in front of him. He needs to
survive this round.
Nice overhand right by Perry.
Good body shot again from Paul, and that has affected Perry. Another good, solid jab from Paul.
Perry's walking to the corner shaky.
Jake's getting better as a boxer. I'm going to just be real. Mike Perry has gotten away with having his hands down quite a bit. And people talk about about how strong his chin is. But when the chin is constantly tested over and over again, it's only a matter of time for somebody to shut the light out. Hands up is what he needs to do.
Mike said we're dealing with pillows here, but let's be honest, Jake Paul hits really hard.
It's not pillows, it's 10 ounces of power coming towards you. Bare knuckle is no padding, that's no protection, but it's actually more weight coming towards your face.
Exactly. The only difference with bare knuckle is that you can get cut because, you know, there's no padding. But boxing, you get hit flush with a boxing glove, you're getting rocked.
Yeah, look how low Mike Perry's hands is. Right here you see Jake. As we said before, he's going to use the jab to set up the overhand right. That's the knockdown we see right there.
It was a clubbing shot. It was more off balance.
You can't blame the cameras. That was a legit shot.
So round 2, Jake Paul doesn't get his first round knockout, but he does get a first round knockdown.
And Perry's so flat-footed, just walking straight, chin in the air. He can't keep doing this. He's going to get caught with a big shot.
Perry needs to almost adopt the Mike Tyson style. Put his hands up by his head, slip, get inside, only punch after he...
Oh! Right hand! Perfectly placed!
Only punch after he slipped a combination.
It's going to be over here. He's not protecting himself. He's too upright. Jake hits way too hard.
This is the time to clinch, but I don't think Perry's going to clinch. It's not in his repertoire to do so.
Jake has been a very good finisher when he gets opponents hurt.
Mike's legs are wobbly as well.
For someone that's hurt to be walking someone down.
You'd love to see Perry at least get one shining moment in this fight. For all the fans that are here supporting him. You know he's going to go out on a shield.
See, that was great stuff from Jake. He doesn't want to clinch with Mike.
Perry has no defense at all. At all.
Yo sé que no tiene que estar así, lo primero que hace en el gimnasio,
Overhand right. And Jake's doing great, man. He's boxing, keeping distance. He busts up the eye. The right eye of Perry is busted.
I mean, he's even throwing power with the jab. He's been known to throw a lot of power with the right hand, but he's throwing power with the jab, and I think that's the most surprising thing for Mike Perry.
Perry keeps the follow, and Jake's just setting traps, walking side to side, setting traps, landing that hook, landing that right hand.
Do you see any path to victory here for Mike Perry?
I know, man. It's just a matter of time. It's getting broke down. That's a good hook he landed right there.
Hold the phone.
I mean, he needs to dig down. He needs to do what Lucas did.
There we go. Make the fight dirty. Make the fight dirty. Frustrate Jake. That's his only hope. This is where Mike Perry comes alive.
And I know what you're saying, Ariel, but one thing about Jake, he's mentally strong. That's not going to bother him.
When I fought Jake, I did the same exact thing in the same arena.
Yeah.
Mike Perry, don't count him out yet.
You can never count Mike Perry out.
Man, Jake is setting up that big right hand.
I know.
Because it's right there for him, right down the middle.
Guys, Mike Perry has this crowd eating out of the palm of his hands.
If Perry just put his hands up.
Perry's not going to put his hands up, Gabe. Don't wait your hands. He's not going to put his hands up.
It's a great round for both fighters. Both fighters had their moments there.
Guys, I know the term zombie gets overused in fighting, but Mike Perry's the closest thing to a zombie. He really does seem to love when everything is stacked against him.
And Ariel, Gabe said something real important. He said he doesn't think that this is going to be in effect. The underhook of the wrestling is not. Jake is mentally tough. I did the same thing. I had 3 weeks to fight, so I had to make it ugly. It didn't bother him. He got cut over the eye and check it out. Look at this right here.
That's a good right hand right there, set up with the jab to the body. Clean shots.
Imagine if Jake opens his eyes. Remember we talked about this. He punches with his eyes. So look, he's not even looking at the shots.
But it was a good setup because he faded to the body and came up top. It was a smart setup.
And what it does is it makes you think he's going back to the body because he was punching with that right hook. Overhand right, second knockdown.
For what it's worth, Jake Paul was gasping for air in his corner as ice water was dumped all over his body.
Yeah, this is a high pace. They're fighting at a very high pace.
And you know, power, it takes that energy.
And you know, man, when you're hitting a guy with your best shot and he's still walking you down, man, that brings you down a bit.
One thing that I noticed when I was prepping for Jake, his cardio has never been the greatest, but still in late rounds he can punch with power no matter how fatigued he is.
I just can't believe Mike Perry is walking down Jake Paul with this stance.
You can't believe it.
You're right. I can't believe it. It's just wild to see after how that first round went.
Nice left hook there from Jake Paul. And Perry can't afford to get too comfortable as he comes in because Paul can catch him with the right hand. There's a left from
that left hook. Jake helped that help. I think Jake needs to go back to that jab. That jab helped him out in the first round.
And Jake does not need to slip the jab on the inside. He's going to put himself right in front of the right hand. Do not slip to your left on the jab. Not against Jake Paul.
Jake Paul dropped Perry in round 1 and in round 2.
He set him up for the overhand. I see it.
Oh, man. That's a beautiful shot right there by Jake. It's almost like he looks like he's going to throw the right just to set up the left hook.
He set him up. He's looking down low. He's either going to throw the sloppy left hook or right. Nice left hook by Mike Perry.
Mike Perry.
That's a good body shot right there by Jake. And you know, right there, right here, what Perry's doing is he's following Jake. He needs to cut the ring off. He's following Jake too much.
Another straight right hand from Paul.
This is that moving target we talked about. It's hard to hit a moving target. He needs to cut him off.
And I think there's a cut on the head of Jake Paul now.
Yeah, both fighters are cut.
And now Perry's trying to bully Paul.
Mike Perry has come all the way back down. Jake was tired, guys.
Well, you know, it's tough. You got this guy just walking you down. You're hitting him with your best shot, and he doesn't care, man.
Good uppercut from Jake.
But props to Jake because he's staying disciplined to the game plan.
Sure.
Jake having a hard time seeing out of the left eye as blood pours into it.
And that blood is only going to fuel Perry. Both fighters are cut.
Right at the end. Right at the end of the round.
Gabe, you're a pro boxer. How do you describe what we're seeing from Mike Perry? This is absurd.
Man, this is great. It's hard will, determination.
No technique.
No technique.
This fight is going exactly the way I thought it would go.
No technique. Exactly.
Exactly the way I thought it would go.
But, you know, it's just, you can't teach hard. When you hit a guy with your best shot and he gets up and he keeps coming and he cuts you and he's trying to win, you can't teach that, man. Only certain guys have that. It's special.
And it takes discipline for Jake Paul not to get discouraged. You need somebody to get your best shot and keep walking forward. Some guys fold under that.
And yeah, props to Perry for coming back, but Jake is still controlling the pace. You know, it's tough, but he's controlling the pace.
We're in round 4.
Oh, nice straight left hand by Mike Perry as he switched to southpaw.
It's a frantic pace and a straight right down the pike from Paul.
He switched to southpaw and Jake made him pay with a straight right hand.
Doing that.
He switched it right back up. That's a big mistake.
Francis made that mistake too against Anthony Joshua.
Man,
Perry in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, you can see the power right there by Jake.
There's very few people that have equal defense on both sides. I've seen 2 or 3 people total that have that. I would get the left hand up by Mike Perry, and I would keep walking him down off the counters, just like that.
Jake looks like he's found a second win or something.
Well, Jake tried to sit down on a couple of hard shots to see if he can rock Perry, but it didn't work.
He's overhead, guys. That's a setup there for the overhead.
That's a setup. He's testing him out.
Jab high, jab low body.
Power punches for round 3. Perry is giving as good as he's getting.
Oh!
Oh, that cuts equilibrium off. The time might be now for Paul to end this.
Jake's being patient. He's setting him up with that big right. Whoa, nice jab. Powerful jab by Jake.
That feels like a power punch.
At this moment, we should see a clinch from Perry. Unfortunately, we know that's not in his game plan.
That's the inexperience, because you got to clinch in a situation or take a knee. Get the 8 count, try to recover.
Perry's legs still don't look good. Balance is off.
Man, and for him to recover so fast, now he's walking Jake down. He felt that jab.
Yeah.
That jab is stopped him in his track. Good body shot by Jake.
Either way, how about Mike Perry?
Perry trying to.
He was, but this is not a smart move. You saw that rope go. You don't do that in the middle of the ring when you're hurt.
Rope is a.
Oh. 2, 3, 4. The referee taking a look at Perry, who's eating everything that Paul is feeding him.
The referee's close. He's paying close attention right now.
But a guy like Perry, you gotta let it ride.
The ref does have that look on his face.
And Jake staying disciplined, setting everything up with that jab.
A little nod there from Perry. 10 seconds to go. A brilliant round for Jake Paul.
Great jab by Jake.
Oh, and he caught him with a right at the bell, and Perry almost went down.
We said this. The jab is the number one thing you need to do to Mike Perry to keep him away. He's not slipping it properly. His hands right up and his hands are low. It's set up the body jab. It's set up the right hook to the body. It's set up the overhook. The overhand and the straight right.
Well, we've got great seats, but how about these $1 million seats ringside for Amanda Serrano? There's Yvonne Walton.
Man, right here, Jake just setting it up. Nice jab. Wobbles Perry, takes it to the rope, hits him with a big uppercut right here. It's coming up. Big shot. And you know what? I think if we go another round like this, the referee's going to stop the fight.
Yeah, the doctor took a good look at Mike Perry that round. They're going to let it continue. And apparently they'll look one more time.
Sometimes you can be too tough for your own good.
Hey, Mike Perry once had his nose pointing in the complete opposite direction.
Yes.
This is all good for Mike Perry.
But you know what, man? He's out on his feet.
No, 100%.
He's concussed. He's wobbled. He's hurt. Really bad.
One more power punch could seal the deal for Platinum Perry.
That jab right there just wobbled him.
When you're expecting just an overhand right or an uppercut, and you get a solid jab, and you get a solid hook, and then you get the punches you're looking for as well, it's difficult to deal with.
I think Jake's going to set him up with a left hook.
It's there. I mean, to be honest, right now, everything's there.
Everything's there.
They never count Mike Perry out.
We saw that earlier tonight. Lucas Body, who was beaten comprehensively from the opening bell, landed a combination and dropped H2O Silv in the knockout of the year, perhaps. 15 power shots landed in round 4 for Paul.
I think the power shots did the job, but the jab set it up. That's what Perry's having the most problems with, dealing with the jab.
And that movement.
Yeah. He's jabbing, the lateral motion we talked about early on, he's doing that. He should.
Perry's starting to lean over, Gabe, might be susceptible to a big uppercut.
And you know, Jake's just having fun here, busting him up with the jab. Jake knows he can land a big right hand. He's just teasing him right now. Jab, 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 busting him up.
He's tenderizing the steak before he tries to fry it. That's what he's doing.
Look at Perry's face.
Perry needs to get his hands up higher.
That's not going to happen.
And slip. You telling me now. You need to slip and he needs to get inside that middle way.
It honestly defies logic that he's still standing, considering the shots he's taking.
That's who he is, though. You know what I mean? That's his being.
There's no output offensively, though, right now for Mike Perry. He's become a punching bag.
I don't know, Todd. I like to see you go and punch that punching bag and see what happens.
Well, he's not fighting back right now. Jake's getting scary.
Jake's in full control right now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And look the way that.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Right hand again. The referee's getting closer.
Nice little jab by Perry.
Perry's getting too tough for his own good.
Perry is parrying the jab too much. He's opening up that left hook for him. He's almost pawing it now.
How much more can Mike Perry take?
Honestly, this is his only hope. As dirty as possible. It might not be enough.
You know, I think Jake just kind of coasts this round right now and just open him up with the jab. Send him up for the next round.
What a heavyweight showdown we have coming your way September 21st from a sold-out Wembley Stadium. Riyadh season presents the Wembley edition. Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. Gabe, what do you think happens on that one?
Man, Joshua's on the flow right now.
And speaking of great heavyweights, how you doing, brother? The Hulkster, Hulk Hogan.
Legend right there.
Jake Perry needs to Hulk up.
We're ready to go.
Credit to Perry, who's still coming out for more. That's why he's the king of violence. He says, I can handle the pain.
Good body shot right there by Jake.
Gabe, if you were in Mike's corner, what are you telling him going into this round?
Put your hands up.
Okay.
Put your hands up and bend your knees.
Yes.
He's standing too tall. Chin is up in the air. Tuck your chin, put your hands up. See right there? See that? He got low and he landed a shot.
And we talked about the using that peekaboo style. Slipping inside, cutting it, then needed by real estate. Chop down inches of the canvas and then throw a power shot.
There's the jab you were talking about.
Oh, man.
That one caught him good.
I think that's the one.
Out right hand. This may be it. Right hand. And he's down for a third time.
The jab set up the left hook.
No la paró.
There is a new king of violence, and his name is Jake Paul.
Ya, cabrón.
It was probably a lot tougher than Jake thought it would be, let's be honest. And there were probably moments in that fight where he thought, what the heck did I just get myself into? But in the end, his boxing experience that people love to knock, that people love to take away from him, won him the night, won him the fight, and now he gets to punch his ticket to fight Mike Tyson.
He fought a disciplined fight. Stood behind that jab when Mike was applying pressure. Jake didn't get overwhelmed. He stood to the game plan, threw some great body shots. Phenomenal performance by Jake Paul.
Sometimes we get into fighter meetings, people tell us what they want to hear, right? Jake said, I'm going to throw jabs. I'm going to use footwork. I'm going to go to the body, right? He said that he's been wobbled by people that weigh 175 pounds. When he fighting against me, he's not going to be ready. He's not going to be able to handle with this type of power.
Jake Paul said this fight was a Mike Tyson appetizer and that Mike Perry is a baby Tyson. Ariel, after watching this, do you think Mike Tyson has a better chance of beating him than you did before this fight started?
Honestly, I don't know what to make of the Mike Tyson fight. He's 58 years old. It's impossible. None of us know. And who knows how he's going to feel? Who knows if it ever happens, if we're being 100% honest. And I am curious to see where Jake goes after that fight or before that fight. He is progressing. He is getting better. If you say otherwise, you're just being a hater. Mike Perry has nothing to be ashamed of tonight. He goes back to BKFC, but clearly boxing's a different sport. We learned that tonight, once again.
Absolutely, man. Right here, you just get overwhelmed. Jake's throwing punches from all angles. Hooks, right hands, uppercuts, body shots. Overwhelming Mike Perry. He didn't have an answer. These are big shots, man.
Huge shots. Those are big shots from both hands. Sometimes you got one hand that's really dominant. He was hitting it with a hard left hook. So you see right here, he led with that left hook. He said he set that up by the jab. Constantly not having an answer to the jab, sets up the left hook. Right here, he went to the body, came back overhook with the left hook again, uppercut. Now he's going to come with a straight right. That was enough to put the fight out of commission, where the referee had to get in and make sure Perry was okay. And it was the right call.
Honestly, most people are done in the second round after the damage that he took. Mike Perry's heart, his will, his determination got him that far. It's just not meant to be for him.
Well, Paul said this was a riskier fight than the one he had against Nate Diaz, and I think that proved to be true because Perry had some success in the early rounds, and man, he just stayed tough the entire fight, refused to back down, but in the end, Jake Paul just had too many boxing skills, and in the end, he improves to 10-1 with his 7th professional knockout.
I'm sure there's some people who are going to say Jake couldn't get rid of him in the second round. You know, some people will say that just exposed that Jake, you know, isn't that good, all that kind of stuff. Forget 10 pro fights, 1 amateur fight.
I think Jake is constantly trying to prove people wrong. I think he needs to accept it. I think when you're on the other side and you're proving people wrong consistently, that's the view that's flaming. He needs to consistently stay with that.
All right, let's make it official. Here's Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, in comes the official time. 1 minute, 12 seconds, round number 6. Referee Christopher Young puts a halt to the fight. Your winner by TKO El Gallo, Jake Paul!
He promised to knock out, and he delivered in front of yet another sold-out crowd. The prodigal child meets the king of violence, Mike Platinum Perry. Gabe, you've seen Jake Paul for a long time. How are his boxing skills improving or regressing, in your opinion?
No, man, he's the real deal. He's a real boxer. He's not, you know, all these gimmicks and things like that. No, he's the real deal. He jab, footwork, defense, and he, you know, another thing he showed is mental toughness. Perry was backing him down, got up from the canvas. Sometimes that takes a fighter's heart. It didn't take Jake's heart. He stood mentally in the game, kept the game plan, and got the knockout.
Gabe, when you listen to what Ariel said, he said, if you don't give him the credit that he's a boxer, you're a hater.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
When you look at this, even myself, competing against him 2 times, you got to give credit where it's due. He's progressively getting better. He has power with both hands. His variety was there. His footwork was there. And even though Mike Perry was close to being knocked out a couple of times, he kept his poise and found a way to get the job done.
All right, let's go into the ring now. Ariel Helwani is with Jake Paul.
Todd, thank you very much. Jake, congratulations on a hard-fought victory. What's going through your mind midway through that fight when he is just not going away and you're hitting him with everything?
Man, he's tough as nails. I'm sorry it took so long. Tampa, I love you. Let's go. He's tough, man. Respect to Mike Perry. He's the king of violence. He's the BKFC champion. But I just hit too hard, but he took a lot of damage, and that's a W, baby. I'm super excited.
Fair to say he was tougher than you thought he would be.
I don't know. I kind of expected that. But, yeah, I mean, I did put him down in the first round. He just survived it. But Mike Tyson, you're next, big boy. Sign the contract November 15th on Netflix. I'm excited for that one. I'm going to go home, prepare for that. And Alex Pereira, Alex Pereira, you said you want to box. I'm the king of this. I'm the king of this. Come over. We can make it happen. I want you, Alex Pereira.
You want the UFC light heavyweight champion, Alex Pereira?
Indeed. Indeed. I just beat a BKFC champion. I beat multiple UFC champions, and he said he wants to box. So, Alex Pereira, after Mike Tyson, let's make it happen.
Is the Mike Tyson fight a done deal? No doubt about it. November 15th, that fight is still on.
100%. It's happening. November 15th, Mike Tyson is training. He's back looking crazier than ever. November 15th, Netflix, and I'm going to get another KO and prove everyone wrong once again. Everyone said that this was a mistake taking this fight, that I was an idiot. I was risking it, but that's why I'm here. I take big risks. I put it on the line, and it's anyone, anytime, any place.
Let's go! So considering that, was there any point in the middle of this fight where you started to doubt yourself and say, hey, this guy's taking all my big shots and he's hitting me with some big shots. What have I got myself into?
No, not really. I just didn't feel very good tonight. I was sick leading up to this. My knuckle is messed up. It was swollen like a big ball. I'll post it on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be giving away $10,000 tonight at Jake Paul. You can see my knuckle was basically broken before the fight, so. Yeah.
Well, could that possibly delay the Tyson fight?
No. I mean, did it delay this fight? No.
Right.
I'm a warrior, man. I fight through anything. We put it all on the line. Shout out to Amanda Serrano for her knockout tonight. She's also coming back November 15th against Katie Taylor. It's going to be a stacked card. And Ashton Still, you're a warrior. I know you will come back. I love you, brother.
Just curious, before the fight, you and Mike were talking about a bare knuckle fight, an MMA fight. Does any of that interest you after this?
Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. I'm down for it all, Ariel. I love combat. I love going to war. This is what I was destined for. And in 2 years, I will be the cruiserweight champion of the fucking world.
Let's go! 2.5 years ago in this same building, you picked up a big win. What's the difference between the Jake Paul in front of us today and the one who beat Tyron Woodley back then?
Man, I'm just way sharper, cleaner. I think he hit me with like one good shot tonight. And everyone said he's going to knock me out. So I made some mistakes. Like I said, I didn't feel very good, but it's back to the drawing board, and I'm going to just keep on getting better.
Final thing, I presume that Mike Tyson is watching this right now. Is there anything you want to say to him?
Mike, I love you, but this is my sport now. You're a legend. You're one of the two most famous boxers to ever live. You and Muhammad Ali, it's an honor to get in the ring with you. I'm so honored you're a legend, but I'm going to take your throne, brother.
Logan, quick thoughts on your brother's performance.
Yeah, Mike Perry, you're the toughest son of a bitch I've ever seen in my life. Ask him how he does it. That's phenomenal. How do you do it?
Hey, I don't know. I was trying to roll with the punches and hit your ass back. You did a great job. You were way too fast for me, and I couldn't adjust. But I just want to thank everybody for coming out and showing love and support. Orlando, Florida, Tampa, I appreciate y'all for showing up, and, you know, I tried, man, but the kid hit me hard. The first round, when you knocked me down, you were too heavy. It just kind of knocked me over. It didn't even rock me. But later on, it added up. Good job, man. Congratulations, Jake Paul.
Are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's a normal day for me, but he hit me a little harder than some of my training partners. That's all.
Better than you thought he would be.
He was too fast, and he adjusted. You know, perfect practice makes perfect. He's making the right moves and doing the right adjustments, and he's not sitting there waiting to be hit like me. I was trying to find the timing, but he was just too clean, too fast.
Bare knuckle rematch?
Let's go. I don't care. Let's do it.
NFL, baby.
or
Okay.
MMA. I feel like I could have put my weight on him and grappled his ass up and tried to grab his arms and neck. So let's try wrestling. I'll do it. Fuck them other guys. I'll do that shit.
All right. Well, for now, some time off probably needed. Oh, Amanda's here. Wow.
And Utah, I love you, Utah. I know you're watching. Hi.
Amanda, your thoughts on Jake's win?
Man, I'm super impressed. He's getting better every day. I'm telling you, he's learning on the job. I'm super proud, super impressed. All we do is win, right?
All we do is win, baby. Let's go.
It's amazing. In March, we were all in the ring together. She was devastated. You had to try to lift her spirits. What a difference a few months make, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do. You know, we always come back stronger. She's a warrior. She's a legend. She's the greatest of all time. So she's going to come back. Amazing performance. And November 15th, we're going to go back to back.
Can't wait for that. For now, enjoy the victory. Congratulations. Congratulations. What a scene in here, Todd. Jake Paul does it again. Back to you.
Indeed, he does. Good to hear from Mike Perry that he's okay. Let's get your final thoughts on what we just saw. We'll start with you, Gabe.
You know, Jake